So here's the slot cars going. We see the Popo getting up the bank curve, and uh-oh, it was way down.
Got ourselves Smokey and the Bandit here on this 132 race.
So here we are starting. We're doing the countdown. I'll tell you why. Because we're doing a lot more close-ups like I said we were. So here we could see I beat you off the line. And just so you guys know, I am the black car. I am the Trans Am. I am the Bandit. Amanda is off the track. I guess you're Smokey? I have no idea.
No, I'm the police car.
Yeah, I think that's Smokey. And then I'm the Bandit, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't know. I never watched it.
Neither did I.
We're youngins.
We're not boomers. So there was a nice me hitting you in the butt. I'm probably gonna use that clip. I always you guys need to understand when I talk about like a crash and stuff. Sometimes I'm just behind. So when I said that crash right there, not that one, that wasn't even a crash. That was sometimes I do little action shots, but you're not gonna see many action shots because we have a lot of crashes. It was too much. You can't lose track of the race. Anyways, I was saying, what you guys need to understand is that I don't remember what I was saying anymore. What was I saying?
Talking about close-ups.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna start again. We're not starting again. This is live commentary. If I F it up, I F it up. Um, Whatever. Here's
I'm in the
race.
lead here.
Yes, you are in the lead here. Sometimes you might see close-ups of the tower. You can kind of see that number one's ahead of number two right now. Just a reminder, I am player two, Amanda's player one, for spicy hidden reasons. Oh, by the way, I noticed that we have some like kids subscribing to this channel. This channel is not necessarily gonna say anything too awful, but you know, when your parents are around, you should probably turn on the volume. If you don't you see the parents coming in the room, because you never know.
Yeah, this is for adult hobbyists, right?
Yes. We can see a double crash just happened there, which takes some talent because if we didn't hit each other, we just suck. By the way, this is like the first race. So I forgot to mention, I wanted to mention, we saw the police car was being weighed down there, but really, the Bandit? Okay, both cars had problems. The black Trans Am was literally just, some oil must have gotten the engine. Usually when I lubricate, I'm super careful and everything. I like to wipe the remnants on like the end of the engine, okay? But I put a little bit too much on, and it was clogging it up. And I'm like, look, I actually took it off the track. Like, not fully off the track, but I left the back tires off the track, and I just ran it for a few seconds. Like, for like a minute or two, to try to burn off the oil. Because I'm like, look, we're just going to have to give her. We're either going to do it or not. Double crash on that corner. We suck.
Yeah, where are we in the race? What's the standings?
Again, you can see in the tower. Double crash, Remy. See right there, 1-2. You're winning. See, I did it. It's a sneaky little close up there. Did you see that? Anyway, the police car has its own problems where it seemed like the engine was clogged. And guess what? So the Camaro has a reputation for being just a crappy car. Like, it's just a bad slot car. The police car there and its variants are just bad slot cars. Do not buy them. I'm going to say it's not so bad Paul gauge tires. Like, when you take out the magnets of all the cars, weigh them down, because it has a lot of weight on it, so at least it does turns pretty well. Yes, it does do turns well better than other of the faster, lighter cars, but I'm going to tell you, it's still not worth it. To get at that motor mount, Amanda, to get at the back axles, you have to disassemble it from the bottom. So usually just have to take the slot car body off.
Okay.
To get the police car, I had to take it apart from the bottom. And you might think that doesn't sound like a pain, but then I have to like worry about all the wires that are connected to the chip and everything. It's a pain. And there was something clogging the engine, so I had to snap off the axle. So imagine snapping off, if you guys have never taken a Carrera car apart, the axle snaps off. Man, I think the race ends. Yeah, here's the end of the race. Sorry we weren't coming to the race.
And I actually won by a full lap.
Yes, you did. You lapped me. Okay, I beat you off the line both times. It's the second time there. What do you think of that? So anyways, back to the police car story. I guess I'm not caring about commentary on this race per se. But, yeah, I snapped it apart. Took out the axle, had to use pliers, had to snap it back in. You know, snapping them out and in is already kind of hard. But to do it from the bottom while finicking with wires and stuff, making sure the wires don't snap off, or you accidentally ripped the engine and knocked you off there.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, that was a funny way to get knocked off. Which is a pain. Okay, let's get commenting on this race. So you did win race 1, and we're as you're watching, as you heard from, if you can't tell what I'm trying to say, like long story short, after a race worth of talking, but these cars could die at any point. We have no idea, and you guys have no idea. They could die. I decided not. I only filmed it for a minute or two because I wanted to see if we would have any deaths. Man, you suck this race, by the way. I didn't want to be too mean, but race 1 was all right. Race
being
2,
mean.
race 2, you sucked. Like you were just wiping out all the time. I feel like you get under pressure, right, and then you get super competitive. The adrenaline runs.
No, the first race when I knew I was winning, I was like, "Hey, let's stay calm. Let's stay calm." And the second time, I just was.
You knocked me out there. And then I caught the ground. This is where I made up a bunch of ground. Was because you wiped out immediately. I should have okay, when I do this thing next, I'm gonna be doing like close-ups in sections where we're side by side. Like right there. I don't necessarily need to film every single crash, but so yeah, you'll see how many times you crashed. And then you can tell me if I'm being mean or not. We'd love to wipe out that corner. If we got big enough, I would love to turn like that corner banked. The whole thing. But I need
like this bottom corner.
No, like the one that's by itself, like the little island corner, we'll say, at the very end of the first straight. So we have 2 bank turns. But have it like bank all the way around. It'd be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I was saying, by the way, I was like, I didn't go. So what happened was I had enough momentum to go across the bank turn. You thought I was going, but I was like, check the video footage. I was not.
We need to. I'm curious what our sub count's at, by the way.
95 or 96, I believe.
Oh, very close, guys.
Yeah, when we hit 100 subscribers, and that'd be nice because if we could hit some, that'd be great because if we hit it during the quarantine, I have nothing better to do than set up that bottom stairs table and adjust the track. Because what's going to happen is we hit 100 subs, we're going to celebrate by making our track even bigger. You never know. You never know. Maybe I'll do some other special things with this track later. This is just, I'm so glad this is not the first race you showed because honestly, there's so much more accidents. These are magnetless, so for you guys thinking that we really suck. Oh, by the way, speaking of sucking, this is where I realized I put myself in the pit lane to be funny, and then I realized I didn't go over the sensor because it did not tell me I went over the sensor. I didn't hear a beep. So it's like I missed a lap.
You slid right into it, didn't you?
Yeah, I slipped past it, and I realized
it didn't.
Well, it's not somehow. There was no power. So that's what ended up happening was I messed. So I lost a lot of seconds there because I was like halfway around the course. Well, not. I would say about a third way around the course, and then I had to put myself back to the start line. Did this part happen yet, where you thought you deslotted, but you went into the pit lane? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. It's tough to see from this angle, hun.
Yeah, so tell me what you think of these zooms, guys, because I'm hoping it makes these a little bit more exciting and more watchable. Also, you'll notice that the second race, the cars really tended to open up. Like we got past the burning. That speaking of which, that is the end of the race. I won that one. Yes, like and subscribe. We're so close, guys. Okay, see you later. I spelled subscribe with a C. Just lag.